Hi everybody, I am SS the Showstopper, and today is the 23rd of July 2024. Now I was watching this video call that's between jaifrais, everybody know who jaifrais is by now, and this woman, and they were talking about the whole informal situation of baby father, baby mother, and the dynamics of it, and how his point was basically that if you're his first baby mother, he believed that he should be entitled to your body at all times, if it's even one time out of the year, because especially if he's the first guy to give you a child, he should have an entitlement to your body. It means that he should be able to have sex with you whenever he pleases and stuff like that. They should not means that they should not ever be any form of breakup, even if you get married, whatever the case may be. That's the notion. The female was saying to him that no, because we are no longer together and stuff like that. He doesn't care. He's saying that he should have access. So, the low vibration, dark, black community with their nasty low life, that's what they are going to support. And might I add, I'm injecting the adjective because it is what it is. Wholesome people do not think like that. Positive people do not think like that. It's usually low vibration people. You understand? People with no intelligence whatsoever. They have the education, however, they do not have the intelligence. And so they will speak like that. They will support anything because it's a feel-good moment. He's not concerned if he met a lady or met a female and she already have a child. You understand? That baby father might be thinking the same thing. He's not concerned about that. And because he's not concerned about that, he's talking about himself and himself only. So if he's a recipient of that, of a baby mother living that kind of life, he knows, in fact, that he's going to be hurt and deeply affected. Unless he's a down low guy, which many persons have said that he is. So he doesn't really care. He's in for open situation, whether she's with another man or she's with another woman. He's done for just about anything. And so he look within himself and say that if he's in that position where he has a baby mother, he believed that he should have sex with her at all times. And this is why I implore to women that, listen, if you're going to have a child, make certain that you want the child. You understand? This whole kitty argument and kitty empowering women, I'm not here for it. And I'm going to get to that for a while. But I'm just saying to a lot of women out there, if you're going to have a child, make sure you want the child. So it means that if the guy drop down dead tomorrow morning, or he's incarcerated, or you run off, God forbid, you are in a position mentally and emotionally to take care of that child. You understand? The reason for saying this is that even if you're married, you're destined to be a single mother. When it comes to the black community, when it comes to relationship these days in the Western world, if you're married or unmarried, you are destined to become a single mother. There are so many women, and I didn't even know it. There are so many women out there talking about their situations when they were married and are still married. Many still are, and what they went through while they were pregnant for their husband. The hell that they went through. They were basically living the life of a single mother, of a woman who was abandoned just the same while they were married to this guy. He was sailing off into the sunset with somebody else. He didn't care. He didn't have any form of respect for her. So it seems to me that a lot of women, whether you're married or unmarried, you're basically destined to become a single mother. So if you know that within yourself that you want a child, you make sure you have your resources in place. You make sure that you're mentally and emotionally prepared to be a single mother, to take care of that child, whether or not the guy is around, because that's just the harsh reality that is becoming the normalcy in society. And so with that being said, moving on to education but no intelligence, we're in Miss Kitty again is speaking, and she's imploring to young females that get your thing up, get your finance up, get your that. But I'm wondering, are these people okay who are listening to this woman? Because I remember that saying, and I think I quoted before, don't make fool and you fool you. Never make fool and you fool you. Don't make a person who's stupider than you try to lead you. Because when I listen to the Miss Kitty and what she's saying, you are giving people encouragement, and at the same time you're insulting the same group of people. You're going to say come and get your finances in check, get a husband, get a this before you have a child, or before you decide to become a mother, because some gal out there 4 or 5 different man, 4 or 5 pitney for 5 different man. You are insulting a group of people out there, and I spoke about it before, that who sent you? Are you sent, for those who are religious, are you sent by God, or are you sent by the devil? Because God speak like that? Would God speak that kind of what you call wisdom in court, would God speak like that to the mass of the people? You are giving persons an advice, and at the same time, you are insulting those who already, I'm sorry, are a mother, those who are already with child, those who already have multiple children for multiple men. Having one child with one man doesn't guarantee, or having 10 children with one man does not guarantee that you will be, the person is a respectful person, the person will be caring, the person will be trustworthy. It doesn't mean that the person will stand up to their responsibility. In any way, being married doesn't mean the person will stand up to their responsibility. In any way. That's how deep it is. You know, I remember when I was at a meeting once, and we were speaking about STDs and all these type of things, and I was asking the lady, what is high risk sex? What are high risk sex now? And she said to me, once you're having unprotected sex, it's high risk sex, because before they used to say anal sex, having a threesome, multiple sex partner, those are high risk sex, right? But now once you're having unprotected sex, it is called risky sex, because you don't know who your partner have been with, you don't know what they're involved in, and you do not know their status. Nothing is guaranteed. And it's the same thing right now. So I'm applying that example to this situation when it comes to relationship. There is nothing that is guaranteed in the behavioral pattern of human beings. Nothing that is permanently guaranteed, because human beings are not robots. We are imperfect people. And because we're imperfect people, we are going to do things that is not up to your standard, up to your expectation at all times. Now, with that being said, whether you are a married woman or you are an unmarried woman, if you decide to become pregnant, you have to make certain that you are prepared to become a single mother, which means that you possibly going through the whole 9 months with yourself, by yourself. You're also possibly going to raise that child with yourself, by yourself. There's no two way about it. There's no way you can see so many things that are taking place around you in social media space. People are confessing what they went through in their relationship, and you still think that being married is a safer way in order to become a mother and to bear a child. No, it's not. No, it's not. There's nothing out there that is guaranteed. Yes, we want to promote unison. We want to promote wholesomeness. But I was on a live last night, and I was saying to the gentleman that was on the live, we are living in a society where most women want to marry and most men do not. So what are you going to do? You're living in a society where one is going to the left and one is going to the right. One of the gender going to the left, the other gender is going to the right. What are you going to do? All women gonna have to end up what? Sleep with the same guy who wants something wholesome, and with that guy who wants something and believe in marriage, he's not gonna know who to choose from. He is gonna end up hurting somebody if he makes a decision. So we're living in a society now that is going where? Absolutely nowhere. Down the trash bin also. Down the trash bin. Because this simply do not make sense. And this is the reality that's in place. I remember I was talking to a guy and he said marriage is slavery. Marriage is slavery. He didn't have to tell me twice. He did not have to tell me twice. Let somebody else go and play the role of a fool in his life. I'm certainly not, because you're not going to waste my time. I am not going to allow you to waste my time. I'm not giving you any energy. Blockity block. Left, and I blocked him. I blocked him. I don't need that space, that energy. No. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with being by yourself. You can be alone and not be lonely. Being alone doesn't mean that you're lonely. And a lot more people out there are way happier alone right now than those who are in relationship. Because what I see, a lot of persons in relationship are single than those who are actually single. A lot of persons who are in relationship right now, their partner don't even like them. What they're running on is high tolerance for each other. Even in marriage, a lot of people, their partner don't even like them. They're just running on high tolerance. Give all of them $10 million tomorrow and you see what happens if they really had liked each other. You will see they begin to unravel in front of your very eyes. Whatever it is that's inside them will eventually come out. So miss me with all of that argument about having a child after marriage and getting this. Yes, it's important to be independent. It's important. And no person is that autonomous, because you need each other in order to survive. So no person on the earth is that autonomous. You want to know that you have finances in check and stuff like that before you make a decision to become a mother. But this whole marriage argument that I see a lot of persons run with, believing with what Miss Kitty is saying and all of that, I can't take her serious. This is not a woman that have any form of intelligence, because there's no way you can be encouraging a group of women and at the same time you're insulting the same group of women. And what I realize right now in society that's trending, it's so great to disrespect mother. It's so great to disrespect a woman because she have multiple children. It's so great. It's so cool. It's so trendy to be disrespectful to women who have multiple children. And you know what's happening? A lot of you young people are in misery. You will never find that guy who love you. You will never find that guy who care about you. You'll never find that guy who respect you. Even when you are married, you will never find it. You will never find it, because you think it is cool to be disrespectful to a woman out there who decided to make a sacrifice for her body and her womb to bring forth life into this world. You're asking that you didn't ask to be born. You're saying, I'm sorry, you didn't ask to be born. All these type of rhetorics that you're running with, you're putting a curse on your own life. Saying you didn't ask to be born, it means that you're not grateful for life. You best put a rope around your neck. You didn't ask to be born. These are the type of entitlement. You know a curse is on you. Instead of being grateful for life, things didn't work out how it is. My mother wasn't rich. My father wasn't rich and all of that. But they are doing what they could. They made sure donkey no bite me. They made sure mosquito didn't bite me up. They make sure that I was well when I got ill. They took care of me. And so in spite of so many things, I have a lot to be grateful for in this world. No, you hate them and you're saying that you didn't ask to be born and all of that. Then you can take the express checkout. Because life is not going to give you any blessing. Whatever it is that you have in life is going to depart from you very quickly. It's going to depart from you very quickly. You have no appreciation for life. How about you just off yourself, find a different womb and go in it and come out in this world and let us see what the reality of it. You think you can do that? No, you can't. So it's stupid of you to speak these type of things onto your own life. And a lot of you young people don't get it. You don't get it. You see, the thing is that you believe you can be ahead of parents. I was once foolish also. I was once in a position wherein I thought that I know and I this and I that. And life showed me that no, you will never be before your parents. You will never be before them. If your mother and father are crackhead, you will never be before them. You don't have to have a personal relationship if you cannot get along. But what you will do is not dishonor them, especially in public. That's what you don't do. You can speak on that which affect you, which hurt you, but you never dishonor your parents, because you can come and be a multimillionaire and give the world to your children or your child, and that child do not give a F about you in the future. But there are persons out there, unfortunately, who rather learn from experience. And so life can be a great teacher. Life have a way of humbling a lot of people. So when I listen to you guys speak and I hear the things that you're supporting, when Miss Kitty talking about women, and all of a sudden it's okay. So many women in Jamaica, big women. There is not one young female right now at the age of 30 in 2024 you can find that have 4 children. It is very rare in Jamaica. So I don't know what messages Miss Kitty sending. It is very rare for you to find a young female right now at the age of 30 with 4 children. I'm not saying it isn't here. I'm saying it is rare. It's not like before. So clearly women are wising up. They don't need a woman who is giving them backhanded compliment, insulting them. You understand? And at the same time, you want to be a voice of reason for young people. But in the same breath, you are insulting women with multiple children. They are looking for, smart people are not looking to you for advice. It's only stupider than you that are looking to you, Miss Kitty. Only stupider than you, because you are an educated woman like many persons across the island. But you're simply not intelligent. You're just loud and vulgar. That's all it is. You are just loud and vulgar with your message. And if it means demeaning and tearing down anybody out there to get your message across, that's what you're going to do. You came out being a morbidly obese woman, looking like you weigh 350 pounds, and you were about body positivity, empowering women to love themselves and all these type of things. You got into some entanglement with Yannick. You were intimidated by her. We could see that. A lot of persons were intimidated by Yannick. She's very beautiful. She was very sexy. Yes, she did her BBL, but she was very sexy and she was beautiful and it looked well proportioned. You were intrigued. You were intimidated by Yannick. He prompted you. You did your own body surgery, and when you did your own BBL, all of a sudden you start talking down on men who are less fortunate. You start insulting men in society. You start, this man must have this and man must have that. I spoke about it on another video that I did, and I said, Miss Kitty, you said that the guy see you on the road and saying, psst, me like you and so, and you're telling the man that one of the tire costs $80,000. I said, you, Miss Kitty, you are an intelligent woman according to you. That was a great moment for you to be a teacher and tell the young man that, sir, that's not how you approach a woman on the road. Even if you're joking or even if you really like the person, you're going to turn off the female. That's not how you do it. You can't see the man and say, oh yeah, when I'm tired, them cost 80,000. Because if Matalon, Issa, Mafood, Hitchcliff, Facey, Chin, Lee, any one of those persons who are approaching you and really like you, you are not going to tell any one of them that your tire costs $80,000 or your steer. And there is no guarantee that they will give you that money. There is no guarantee that they will give you any money. But at the same time, you will never do it. You will never approach them. If they had approached you in a rude manner, you would never have said it to any one of those families. You would never do it to any one of those men. But because he's a young man and you believe that he's less than, based on his socio-economic background, you thought it was a moment to be insulting to him. And based on what you said, the guy was never insulting to you. He wasn't insulting, but you chose to insult him. You thought, yes, we want to practice hypergamy. We want to know that we find a rich guy, a successful guy, a kind guy who is actually going to take care of us. So we don't have to leave a 4-month-old baby and heading back to working for people, doing tons of gigs and all of that just to get by. You understand? We want to know that we actually practice hypergamy. You understand? But the harsh reality is that a lot of women will not find a man out there who is going to take care of her, who is going to make her live well, who is going to be there and stand up for her. So they have wise up and they have decided that they are going to do it for themselves. They don't need you to teach them that. And insulting them at the same time because they have 4 or 5 children for 5 different men. They don't need you to teach them that. I'm a mother of 1. My child is a full-grown adult, but that doesn't mean I'm going to insult a woman out there. Well, a lot of women are mentally ill, my lady. A lot of women struggle with mental problems. They can't cope. And so they are looking to something, the very pleasure of a man, help them to feel better. The pleasure of a man help a lot of them to feel better. You should have been a counselor then. And say, miss, you have 5 children for 5 different men. I know you want love and you want care. But you are abusing your body in every way. But instead you come and no found no picnic dashing them way, you no left them pan people, you no granny when left you no gun and no give you no nothing and all these kind of things. These are insulting things. So how can you be uplifting those group of women and encouraging them and then you're insulting that same group of women? Lady, you're going left and right at the same time. What direction are you heading? You're going diagonally. What direction are you heading? And everybody talking about leave Miss Kitty alone. Leave Miss Kitty alone. Listen, elite people are not listening to Miss Kitty. Elite people is the poor persons out there who are listening to her. People who are poor are the ones listening to her. And she is the one who is insulting them. But because Stockholm Syndrome is so deep-rooted in a lot of you people, you will accept insult for invitation. You guys accept insult for invitation and you think it's cool. You think it is cool. It is not. And we're hearing stories that the guy was married before he had 3 children. And Miss Kitty like to push rhetoric that she don't take people, man, she take over and all this. How can you be a woman that is encouraging family values and saying all of these type of things about taking man and taking over people, man, and you can't keep a man who don't want to be kept? You should not be spewing something like that because it hurts. It hurts a lot of people out there who have been in relationship And it was disrupted by someone who was helping a man who wanted to cheat. People have been tricked. Men have been tricked. Women have been tricked. How is it that a woman who was tricked by a man is a victim, but if the man is tricked by a woman, he's not a victim? He is responsible for himself. Men have been tricked by women. A lot of men have left their relationship because they were tricked by a woman. The same way how a lot of women have been tricked. It's no different. It happens. So no, lady, you can take a man who don't want to be taken. You can. You can, and you know good and well you can. Unless, like I said, we are overestimating you, we giving you way too much credit, then there really isn't any intelligence to you. There really isn't any intelligence to you. Because I'm looking at so many intelligent women who are well known in Jamaica. There's Lisa Anna, there's Dion Jackson Miller, there's Denise Hunt, there's Jenny, there is Emily Crooks, journalists just the same. I don't see them behaving like that. So who are you? You sound like somebody from a market. You sound like some ghetto, low-life type of woman who just want to be seen at all times. And you're on a life every day trying to validate your marriage and your child. And when I spoke about it, people are talking about Beyonce is a mother and Beyonce work hard and she's successful. And Jay-Z helped to put Beyonce where she is. Jay-Z helped to put Beyonce where she is. Beyonce was in a stiff competition as a group against Destiny's, against 702, against other groups out there. Don't quite remember all of their names. She was in competition with them when she went out. Jay-Z took her and Jay-Z put her career to the next level. She wouldn't have been Beyonce without Jay-Z today. Tina Turner wouldn't have been Tina Turner without Ike today, in spite of all that was put out in the media about Ike Turner. The very name Tina Turner, Anna Mae Bullock. The very name Tina Turner was given to her by Ike Turner. And no woman out there is going to have a rich and successful woman and leaving a 4-month-old baby to go and work for somebody. They're probably leaving the baby to go to their corporation, to command. You understand? To give directives. But they're not going to leave a 4-month-old baby to go and work for somebody and doing all these type of gigs while you're married to a rich. Miss Kitty, you're living the life of a single mother. You are living the life of a single mother and you don't even realize it. Because this is what single mothers do. They leave the 4-month-old baby and they head back to work. That's what single mothers do. A woman with a rich, successful husband that's taking care of her is not doing that. She would have her own business, employ her 50 to 100 people. She go there with the baby, she chill, and she spend her 2 hours, make sure everything is okay. She head back home, get her rest, all of that good stuff. The husband would make certain of that. You're not fooling anybody. Stupider than you are fooling, but you're not fooling people who are smart or people who are intelligent. Because we know there's much to it. That's why you are on the live all day talking about it. Insecurity. That's what it is. That's all I have to say about it. Enjoy your day.